In the beginning was the Big Bang. The universe began expanding rapidly, thereby becoming less dense and less hot. Small differences in density grew bigger as gravity pulled the matter from less dense regions to more dense regions. The more dense regions then birthed stars from getting so dense that nuclear fusion began happening in the cores of those collapsing regions. Those stars grouped together, building up galaxies and galaxy clusters. In the stars, and in the dying explosions of stars, and in the collisions between neutron stars, heavier elements were created, heavier than hydrogen, helium, and lithium, which were created in the Big Bang. With these elements now created, new stars were formed with elements up to uranium. And these new elements also found themselves around the stars that were being born as the collapsing gas ball began fusing. And when that happens, the ball of gas within which fusion begins is spinning. And so is the gas and dust around it. And as dust starts clinging to other dust, and gravitational attraction builds up larger and larger collections of material circling around these stars, and planets are formed. On Earth, it started molten red. Then it went to black basalt, then turned blue from the oceans, and then a molecule replicated itself. Replicating molecules in protective bubbles soon began taking on different forms, but they remained only one-celled until some 600 million years ago. Then it went off in all directions, first being taken over by bottom feeders, then moving up in the water, and eventually some onto land, and into the trees, then back to land, only this time on 2 feet. 200,000 years ago, we finally reached our modern DNA, and we've made fast progress since, as species go, developing a deep symbolic world over the years. And once we incorporated agriculture, we brought on further changes. With agriculture, more people could live in smaller spaces, cities arose, and some organisms grew powerful enough to do grand things like build pyramids and wage wars. This went along swimmingly until around 1750, when we discovered that burning fossilized plants gave good energy. So we turned the corner into modernity, the Industrial Revolution.